Welcome back. If you are in a relationship with a snorer, you'll probably do just about anything for a good night's sleep. So today, our goal is to help you avoid a sleep divorce.
That's right. Dr. Mothin Kandula is a board-certified sleep and sinus surgeon with Advent, and he joins us with what you can do to get you and your partner back in bed together again. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning. Good morning.
I think sleep divorce is a huge topic for so many people, and kind of given your expertise in treating people with, sleep disorders and issues that they have, how common is snoring in relationships as a problem?
Really common. So about 50% of the American population snores, which sounds like, well, that's like half the population has issues. But if you think about that, there's two people in relationships. And so it is really, really common. And it tends to be more common as we get a little bit older in life. And so it's one of those things that at the start of a relationship, it may not be there. As a relationship goes on, it oftentimes can show up. And there's nothing good about it as far as the snoring itself goes. Some folks just snore, and that's annoying for them and those around them. But then there are other folks who have sleep apnea, which means that they actually stop breathing at night, which is scary. And it's scary and it's dangerous, and there's really no way to know for sure if somebody has one or the other. But the snoring is a sign that there's something wrong.
So what is a sleep divorce? I'm just new to this term, knowing you. Explain the concept.
Yeah, I mean, the sleep divorce is where a couple sleeps separately, and that could be for good or for ill, meaning that they could do that consciously. But a lot of times, the number one reason for sleep divorces is no surprise, is snoring. Snoring is the number one reason. So if two folks are trying to go to bed and one of them is snoring and keeping the other one awake, then it creates a problem and it creates a wedge. And the term is new. The concept is old, really. So sleep divorce is sleeping on the couch, sleeping in separate bedrooms, sleeping in your kid's bedroom if they're away for college, those sorts of things. And so sleep divorce is sort of a new word for an old concept that really gets back to that core of there's a problem here. And it tends to be something that is a sign of a wedge and can create a deeper and deeper wedge in a relationship, which is no good.
Well, I want you to kind of lay out some of these warning signs for the non-snorer, because I think so many people are going to hear them and be like, oh, I feel that way. This is me. What do you tell people are the warning signs for the non-snorer?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's happening before you recognize that there's something going on. So I think if there's a sense of dread as the nighttime is approaching, there's a problem there. If there's a sense of sort of anger or frustration in the middle of the night or in the morning, there's a problem there. If you're thinking about, I can't go to sleep unless I have my earplugs, if you're starting to sense signs of tension around sleep, and that's a sign that there's a problem. If you happen to find yourself in a different bedroom or on the couch night after night after night, that's a problem. If you kind of take your pillow and head one way and your spouse heads the other way, it's sort of things that sound kind of silly when you say them out loud, but a lot of people are in that and they don't know it because they've never put a term on it. You don't have to have a term. You just have to have sort of an identification that there's a problem here and you're looking for a solution, and there are solutions.
Yeah, and Advent is known for office-based solutions. Does that mean that people can get the help they need without going to a hospital?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is, COVID, no COVID, if you have snoring or if you have sleep apnea, there is no need for a hospital in your care. It's sort of the long and the short of it. So what we can do is establish a diagnosis and establish a treatment plan, and that's all outpatient stuff. Most of the times we can do that in the office, and so it's really come a long way. Technology has allowed us to do things from a diagnostic standpoint that didn't exist 5 or 10 years ago, and then also from getting somebody better, we can do many, many things to help. If somebody snores or has sleep apnea, it's a throat issue 100% of the time. And so recognizing that and coming after that in a sort of a kind office-based manner is really what we're about. What we're about is really providing solutions.
Well, I know, and like you said, there's so many of the office-based ones. You talk about the sinuplasty, the balloon sinuplasty that you do, all these things that are relatively quick and easy in office procedures. But I wonder if somebody's listening to this and they're saying, that's me or that's my partner, given the reality of the COVID-19 situation, can people get treated now? Should they consider that, or should they wait?
Yeah, I mean, now is the time, honestly. And really, Advent has put together kind of the first in its kind program in the country, meaning that we can see you virtually. So you can click into our website, and set up an appointment. We would see you virtually. So you're doing that from your home or your office or wherever you want to do it. We can go the next step. If you have snoring and you might have sleep apnea, that what we need to do is get you set up to get a sleep study done. We can have that drop shipped to your house. Do the sleep study in your own bed, send that back to the company, we get the information. So we're able to take somebody from start to halfway down the journey, a lot of the way down the journey as far as getting an understanding about what's going on without you ever leaving your house, which is, which pre-COVID would have been miraculous. It didn't exist anywhere. And the fact that we have that now is a good thing. It's not going anywhere. So, COVID is going to go away. We're going to be stronger and be able to help our patients more and more. And patients have really embraced this concept. They've reached out by droves since we've been making folks aware of this, and it's a good thing. It's a really, really good thing because a lot of people have been putting off sort of things that they shouldn't have been putting off, and now is the time to take advantage of this and really take care of your health.
So important. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And you can get a free consultation with a sleep and sinus specialist at Advent. All you have to do is go to their website. It's adventknows.com. You can schedule an appointment at one of their 7 locations. The phone number is 414-771-6780, and they have that home sleep test right now as well. So make sure you contact them.